Hello, hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. A pleasure to be here with you with this energy attunement with the angels. For those ones who are joining us for the first time, what is the attunement with the angels? Well, here I will channel them. I will channel my team, my guides. The name of my team is called Mercury, which it is the angels, archangels, with the nine-dimensional Pleiadian collective. So mainly when I do this channeling with them, sometimes there will be more that will come at times, but it doesn't really matter. They're all just in one, which is Mercury. And when I channel them, they will share with us more information, more guidance into words of what is the energy of this month and what is it that we are not perhaps seeing what is happening on the other side, their perspective, a little bit more in a deeper way than at the beginning of the month, where they will share with us the energy of the month. So here they will go a little bit more into it and maybe a little bit more focus into some things, and from the cosmic side as well too. So they have always shared with me, it doesn't matter who they are. Perhaps, sometimes if they need to, they will share with us a little bit more who is specifically. You may get to see a little bit of a change on the energy and how it works on when I'm speaking. But in reality, it's all of them in one. So I will let them explain a little bit more, but what it is just a channel message where they can help us to navigate a little bit with more easiness this moment on time. So I'm just listening to that right now. It is nothing that really you need to do, just to listen. And most of this information is actually focused into the soul, okay, not so much into our minds. Sometimes there might be some information that perhaps is a little bit hard to understand, and because that's the human part of us, that we want to know everything, why this and why that, and at the right time we will get that confirmation, the validation. And as they will say, whenever they share something, if you feel that resonates with you, take it, and whatever does not resonate with you, it's okay to let it go and let it flow. It is important to honor that part of you and just take what you need from this. Okay, so what I'll do right now is we're going to go through a very short meditation that will help us to stay grounded, and it will help us to remember more of the most of the information, because afterwards it will start fade away quite quickly. And so this way we'll be able to absorb it a bit more. The information will always be there, but consciously will be very vague. So this helps to kind of retain a little bit more for our mind. This is more like for our physical, but the information that we will receive today will be there, and it will last forever. So whenever we need to hear it, but whenever we feel like, oh, what was the session about? But just by remembering this moment or listening again this video, you will be able to get new information, the confirmation, or just a quick recall to say, oh yeah, I remember why all of this or that. So this meditation will also help to be more receptive to the information. And again, there's nothing that you need to do. And I'll let the guides just to say what they need to say. And we will see you at the end. If you have a glass of water close by, I will highly recommend you to get one, just to help the energy to run through your body a little bit better. That way, this information will go everywhere, because the water is a conduct of energy. And help us as well to cleanse any of these toxins that we have in our physical, but also just remove energy that does not need to be there. So just kind of doing a little bit of a flushing and cleaning our energy inside and out. So, well, we will just go and start with this. And again, any questions do you have? Know that your guides, your angels are listening. So they will bring you that information. If you don't hear it at this moment here, trust me, you will get that information. They all are here. So just you can make sure you can be sure that they are listening. And so we will just start. So I'll ask you to sit comfortably you're driving, I would suggest to wait until you go home. So then you're not distracted, right? So if you're driving, you want to keep your eyes on the road. So we will just find that position that is comfortable and just, pay attention to your body, what it's telling you you want to see. There's not a proper way to do this. It's whatever makes you feel comfortable. Well, I will suggest you just to stay sitting down. It'll be better so you will not fall asleep. Because if we're laying down, when we enter at this frequency that is very low, if we are laying down, we will fall asleep because that's the frequency of theta, which is where we go into nice sleeping station. And so if we are laying down, we will go straight there. But if we are sitting down, we are helping our body to stay present, and we can go to this deep state of meditation where we will be able to be more receptive to things. You may not see, hear, or anything. Just allow. There's nothing that you need to do, but being this way, standing sitting up with your back straight will help you to get the information more clearly. Okay, so if we cross our arms like this, the energy will not flow the same way, or our legs, unless you are in a lotus position. It is okay because you just make this beautiful triangle form, which is a perfect shape for the energy to run through. But if we cross the legs like this, or feet across, or our arms like this, we don't allow the energy to flow. Okay, so close your eyes and bring your awareness to your breathing. Just finding the position that is more comfortable for you. Your feet either on the ground or sitting down in a lotus position. Taking a deep breath, inhaling and exhaling through your mouth, releasing all the tensions that you have, all the worries. For the next 25 minutes, you're just going to be here, relaxing. Every time you inhale, you're bringing beautiful white light that is surrounding you. Bringing all your body with this beautiful light. And exhaling anything that you don't longer need. Now bring your awareness to the top of your head, where this beautiful white silvery light it is shining, and it starts surrounding you in each direction, from the top and the bottom, in front and behind you, to your left, to your right. 360 degrees of beautiful white ice light, making this prisma. And you in the middle are sitting in there. Just observe the quality of the light that you are illuminating. Without judgment, just be aware of the light. Perhaps there are some spaces in your aura, in your energy field that needs a little bit more light. Might be a little bit of a static. Perhaps some dots, dark spots, some places. Just be aware of them. And from the center of the universe, there's this beautiful golden light that starts shining down through all the galaxies, through the solar system, through the sun, through the atmosphere of the earth, coming down and touching the crown of your head, surrounding you, bringing this beautiful golden light all around you, surrounding you this beautiful pure gold light. It charges your energy, sealing any holes, restoring your energy field, entering through the top of your head, through your neck, and going in each cell of your body, each organ, Each part of your body, it is touched with this beautiful golden light, restoring yourself to the natural state, reminding you who you are and what you came here to do, bringing the knowledge and wisdom from the universe and the cosmos. Everything that has been, there will be, there is in that light. And that information is inside you. Each time you take a breath, this golden light starts getting brighter and brighter up in your heart. Every time you exhale, you're allowing this light to extend outside your body, making you this beautiful light, being of light, glowing by the sun, from the inside and out. You could see yourself, you are just pure light. There's no skin color. There's just pure light in the shape of a human body. And now this light runs down through your legs to the bottom of your feet, through your soles of your feet, and goes down through the layers of the earth, and down, deeper and deeper, connecting you with Gaia. This beautiful golden light reaches the center of the earth, where you do an exchange of light with the earth, connecting you, sharing knowledge and wisdom, thanking Gaia for hosting us in this planet, for the water, for the food, for the plants, recognizing that we are the earth. We are part of the earth. We thank her for sharing her knowledge and her wisdom with us today, letting her know that we would utilize all this information for the highest good, with the best intentions, with integrity and love. We bring this light through the layers of the earth, to the soles of our feet, to each part of our body, every cell, coming out through the crown of our heads, going back up, right source, the center of the universe, connecting heaven to earth, earth to heaven. And now this light, this prism of light is spinning to your light, going faster and faster, moving your energy, making you feel like a tornado. And at the same time, this light goes out of your head and goes out and back through your feet, making a toroid, continuous movement of energy. And whenever you feel your breath, visualize this light getting wider and your awareness to your feet, to your hands. And whenever you are ready, you can return to this room, open your eyes, here and now. Welcome, dear ones. It is an honor and a pleasure for us to be here with you today. First of all, for those ones who are new, we want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. It is an honor, a pleasure for us to share this space with you. Recognizing that we are just in other part of you. We are all one, and we are here connected. And for those ones who have this experience as their first experience, thinking, oh, I am connected with who I am connected. I am connected with aliens. I am connected with source. Just to let you know that allow yourself to feel what it feels right to you. It is so important for us that you understand that all information you receive, whether it's from us, from anyone, anywhere on earth, from a friend, from a family, from anywhere, always, always allow yourself to feel that information. How does that feel with you? That resonates with you. You can always ask, does this feel right to me, or this doesn't feel right to me? The conversation for today, we want to focus into the importance of remembering who you are and what is it that you came here to do on earth. Before anything, just reminding you that all of you have chosen to be here on earth, and that it is not a coincidence, or there is not just a fluke of the universe to say, oh, I am here today. You are here because you're meant to be here. And so when you receive information, just make sure that resonates with you. Whatever resonates with you, take it. What it doesn't resonate, allow that to flow. Okay, it is important that you trust your gut feeling. What is the feel that is it for me? This is not for me. Perhaps you may need something, only one thing, only one word from this moment. Just know that you are guided to be here, and you're being invited to be here by your guides and your angels. You've been asking for some guidance and some information, and here's one way to receive it. Pay attention as well how you're receiving through family, through friends, through conversations, through just knowing. We want you to remember that you have access to all of this information within you and your gut feeling. With this work, the source of communication, when you call to heaven, we will answer you through there. So receive the phone call, answer the call. What is it that it feels right to you? What is it that resonates with you? We want you all to trust what is best for you. Many of you have forgotten who you are, and you've been taught to receive guidance from someone who is doing something for you, making you doubt about your own capabilities of doing things by yourself, doubting about your first sense, which is your intuition. There's your sixth sense. It's not your sixth sense that people will say that's extra. That is your knowing, your first sense, your intuition, your connection with source, with all it is. That center of communication is stored right here for you. And for us, it is important that you understand that you are a very powerful being here on earth. You all are source incarnated here right now. And it is a concept that might be very hard for some people to understand, since there is so much information and there is a program in your mind that it tells you otherwise, that everything exists outside of you, but everything is inside. And we would say that everything and anything that is happening in the world at this moment is being helping. It has been helping you, all of you, to connect with that part of you. Many of you with the pause that has been in the world many times, at different times throughout the past 2 or 3 years, has helped you all to give the time to recognize many things in your lives. And we are very aware of many of you taking big decisions and changes and decisions that have get you out of your comfort zone, and not knowing whether it's the right or the wrong way, or the right or wrong decision. So again, connecting with your sense of knowing, you will know what is right and what is not right. Your mind is helping you. It helps you on earth to help you to stay safe. It helps you to bring that balance. We want to say that you have to integrate those two, okay? Your mind, your ego, the shadow part of you is so important in order to survive on earth. And recognizing that will help you to stay in balance. You cannot get rid of one to be one, or only be one and not get rid of the other one. It is integrating the two sides of each one of you, which is the dark and the light. Each one of you have that dark side that is not a bad side. It is just that part of shadow helps you to see the light, and vice versa, okay? We want you to know that sometimes the thoughts and feelings that you all have make you feel not worthy to receive information, makes you feel that you are not worthy to ask for anything. And first, we want to say you are worthy to all of it, all right? It's important to know that you are dearly loved from this end and on that side as well, and that you have the support that you need at any given time, as long as you ask for it. There is the free will, which is an important thing that the planet has. That's the only planet that has in the whole universe, the cosmos, the free will. And you have the opportunity to decide whether you want to take this or not, and how you want to experience your staying here on Earth. So us, your guides and angels, will help you to take the path that is aligned in what you have originally chosen to do here. We don't like to call it contract. We would like to say your wishing list and what is it that you want to come and do it here and experience here. And so our job is to help you, and any request that you need, we know what is it that you came here, and we're helping you to put in new people situations, and we have already talked about it many times. But it is important to know that when we give you the information, it's your choice whether you want to take the path A or the path B. However, you will never be in the wrong path. It's only that you might take a path that might take you longer to get to the point that you want to go. And we might be able to help you to go into the path that will be a little bit more of a straight line. It will never be straight, right? But it will be more like the shortcut, perhaps you could say. And that's not an easy one, because you might have to do some changes, and you will know those changes. And those are the things that will stop you from moving forward. Because when people recognize that there is choices that they need to make in order to go there, is when you choose to say, well, I'll take some time and just maybe I can do it another way, so I don't have to let go this. But we would like to put an example of a job, just because it's the easiest thing, but you can apply this in any ways in your life. But if you're on a job that you're not happy with, but you get paid very well, yet you know there's not your happiness, and then you will come to the realization of, in order for you to experience what you like, you will have to quit the job. And that first will give you the chills, because it makes you vulnerable, and the unknown is very hard to commit and to take that leap of faith, even though you know that there's something that you need to do. So when you try to avoid that, it'll take longer for you to experience that. There is no necessary all the way to sustain that, because you are doing something that is not making you happy. So you need to take some steps, perhaps start opening to possibilities. Perhaps there is ways in your current job that you can connect with other people, perhaps just do something that can help you to live to the next step. But keeping that and trying to change something different and wanting to have a different experience or a different outcome, it was not going to happen like that. So with all this information, we know that could be hard to realize, to say, I am doing this to myself. So first, we want you to know that you have to be loving and caring towards yourself, and to be compassionate towards yourself. Forgive yourself. Often you hear that you need to forgive everything in order to move forward. But really, what a forgiveness is not just to forgive everyone, because if you cannot forgive yourself, in reality, you cannot forgive anyone else. You have to understand that when you understand that you knew that you did what you did at that time was the best decision that you made at that moment. You didn't know back then what you know now. It's important to have that compassion and just sit for a moment and recognize what is it that you have learned from that experience. What is it that you took from that, whether it was your fault or not, whether it was something that is just, it doesn't make any sense, but it's holding you back to experience something new. It's recognizing that that situation brought you here right now, and it's part of you, and you cannot erase that. It is part of you, but this could be in a very important piece in the blocks that are underneath you, what is supporting you, giving you more of a solid foundation, allowing you to grow rather than letting that situation holding you back, even if it's a mistake that you have done and you perhaps did something. We're taking the example of the job. If you at one point thought that was the best thing to do because it makes sense for you to take the job and it didn't went well, but now you're afraid to leave where you are because you have a good job that is paying you, even though it's making you happy, even though you know that you need to change the job, and you're holding back to that experience and like, well, if I do it, I'm gonna make a mistake again. When you recognize that back then you did that and you were not aware and you didn't have the experience that you have now, allowing yourself to feel what it really feels to you rather than what is your mind trying to tell you, it'll help you to let go of that experience, to say, okay, I learned my experience, and this time I'm gonna tune into myself and I'm gonna really feel this rather than to trying to make logical decisions. It's more about knowing, okay? And that's the intuition. And you utilize that experience now, and you're allowing yourself to experience something new. You know, so okay, that was back then, now it's a different time, and I forgive myself because at that point I didn't know. And you can apply that in any aspects of your life, whether it's a relationship, whether it's with a partner, family, and perhaps sometimes you are not the one who it's not your fault. In reality, it's just what do we learn from that experience that we need to think of. What did I learn from this? And taking that, because every situation, every experience teaches something to the soul. And that's why you are all here, to experience things that will help you to transcend, and you are growing. You are a growing soul. Also, we would like to remind you, all of you, that you have chosen to be here at this time on Earth for this specific task, which is the transformation and the evolution of humanity and Earth. Many of you are here with the intention to help in this transition. And you may say, oh, why would I even know that? I'm just doing my life, and I don't know, have just a very normal, boring life and everything. The truth is that your energy that you carry is so powerful that your mind, your conscious mind, is not aware of that. It is there. And we want you to know that just by being yourself, you are changing the world. And to help you to understand that there is so much power within you that you could even possibly comprehend what all of you could do in your personal life to create the reality and experiences that you really want to. We would like you to think for a moment about when perhaps there is some people, they say, oh, nothing works for me. Every time I try to do something, I have the intention, I would really like that, but never happens. Well, the truth is that the moment that you send that intention, you would like to have something, yet you already have the emotions that I know it's not going to happen. Whether it's because you want to protect yourself to say, oh, if it doesn't work, it's not going to hurt me, or because you are afraid of being successful, actually. So you guys block yourself. That creates that you shoot the intention, yet you sabotage your intention. So important to become aware in how you're asking, how are you sending these wish lists to the universe, in which state of mind, whether in emotion, from the fear side or from really the love side of the creation, because the universe will not hear words as specifics. What the universe listens is the frequency. The frequency is sent by the emotion. So that's why often when people say something, you might get a different vibe. Someone you can tell often, many people will be very open to this, or will say, get that sensation when someone is being honest, because they can say something, but the frequency, the emotion that they feel is completely different. So you get the bad vibes that I'm not trusting what is happening in here. So that's the same thing the universe is receiving. So the universe is receiving, okay, I want this, yet the universe says no. So the universe will put things that will not happen. So if you allow yourself to say what it will feel like to experience, to be or to experience love, my new car, what it will feel like, new job, how does that make you feel? Having a new job, how does that make you feel? And that emotion is what is going to help to bring that into your life, rather than a job that you want in a specific way and you feel like it will not happen because in order to do that, something huge had to happen. So it's like, I don't even want to think about it because it's just impossible. Remember that it's nothing impossible. And each one of you, we are all co-creators. We all co-create. So you all have guides and helping you. They all know what is it that you came here to do, and they are just right there waiting for you to ask for assistance, and we will step in and we will help you to show you the way. Many of you will trust into the process, and many of you may say, what if it doesn't happen? Or they feel no connection. They feel like my guides or angels are telling me to do something and it took me in a wrong direction. I had a really bad experience. And we would like to say that it is not necessarily that we send you to have a bad experience and that was your guidance. Is that sometimes when we are sending that information and not picking up the signs, in order for helping you to see the other side, you have to go through some experiences. So non-experience will be a bad experience. And we want the best for you, and everything that we send your highest good. And for the ones who really, really doubt, it's like, how do I know it's my guide, my angel, and it's not me? Just know that the answer to your call will be short and sweet. It'll be concise. It will never be limited. Limited will be your ego saying, oh, you're not ready, or perhaps wait for tomorrow, or if you do this, you're going to be the best one from everyone, you're going to do better than everybody else. That will be no us. We might say you're really good at it, but we will never say you're better than someone else. We will help you to understand and recognize your value, to say you're worthy and you're good at what you do. You're really good at a good soccer player, or you are a good baseball player, or you are a good singer, you're a good channeler, whatever that might be. But we will never say you're better than someone else, because everybody is different. Everybody has their own unique print, okay? And everybody has different things to give, even if it's in the same field. Among many channelers, everybody has that specific frequency that will help others. And it happens as everyone in your daily lives, in your groups of friends and family. There will be some people that you will resonate more than others. This is just part of your uniqueness. And what we want you is that you trust that uniqueness, that you have so much to give and so much to provide for the world and from everyone. Many of you will feel like you have to do something extraordinary in order to help the world or save the world or do something. In reality, the best thing that each one of you can do is just be happy. Focus in the things that makes you feel happy. When you look after yourself and you take responsibility of your own life and your own situations, and recognizing that any decision that you take, if it's conscious, you will be in alignment. If you are taking a conscious decision, making the changes in your life that accordingly feels right to you, rather than doing something because someone else is telling you what to do, or trying to fill up a spot in society because someone is expecting something from you and you're not honoring yourself, your emotions, your feelings, who you are. That's going to keep you out of alignment, will delay a lot of the things that you really want. When you take a conscious decision and recognizing that, when you do something, what is the reason for what you're doing? What makes you happy? What makes you vibrant? What is your passion? Why are you doing what you're doing? And on a daily basis, these simple questions will help you to do that interview to yourself, just like you would do to someone else, to your best friend, and you're helping your friend. and your friend says like, I'm confused, I don't know what to do. And you will ask your friend, well, why don't you do this? Or why don't you just really take the job that you really want? Just easier, to help others than help, yourselves. It's important to know that you can be the best friend to yourself, and allow yourself, take a notebook, write down, why am I doing this and how I feel about this, and this resonates with me, this not. And when you do these changes in your daily life, could be a step at a time. Today you recognize that, what, my body's asking for water, and you drink a lot of water, and you recognize that your body's asking you for something specific. You're honoring yourself. Perhaps it's a small step like that if you do every day, you will realize that, wow, your body's hydrated and you feel good, and your skin already changed after a few weeks, after 1 or 2 months. Is like so different. When those little changes are happening in daily life and constant, then becomes part of your routine, becomes part of your new habit. And all of a sudden you start taking different decisions, and you feel more secure about yourself. And even if there's some decisions that you might need to take, like for example, if you're in a crowd, in an atmosphere that you are not happy with, and there's a group of friends or family that you feel like you just don't fit in there, but you want to be there because you want to be accepted, or because you would not know where else to go. So when you start honoring that, then all of a sudden you will start finding the right people that will support you. And it's not like they're wrong and you're right, okay, or that you're wrong and they're right. It's just that having that support will help to sustain you, and it'll make you happier being, a happy soul. And you'll be able to do the same thing for others, support others, and it's show others that when you honor yourself, you could be really happy and inspire others to do the same. And it is being understanding about other people's views. And even though you might not agree with someone else's views, you can still be a shoulder where someone can lay their heads on. Perhaps they like the color blue and you like red. You don't like really blue, but you can say it's okay if you like blue. And for that person, it could be very difficult, their reality, their life. But even if you don't agree with what he is seeing, or it doesn't seem so hard to your life, if their reality is so difficult for them, and holding the space to say, no worries, everything is going to be okay, and just be of support, or just by not judging others, we create this safe space to allowing people to be themselves. And I think we all agree that it doesn't matter where you are. Everybody at one point in their lives, they have felt that need to feel supported, because you don't feel that you belong anywhere. And just by being yourself and accepting yourself for who you are will help you to create that energy that will help you to create a ripple effect where you will bring and attract people that are more in frequency, in attunement with your frequency. It's just like making that radio station and trying to follow the right channel, the right spot where you can connect and hear clearly. And when you do that attunement with yourself and attunement with yourself going inwards, you will be able to find that. And it's so easy. It's just that all of you, they have been conditioned. There has to be only one way. They're all used to give your power away to someone, to something that you will not have to worry about it anymore. And all of you are responsible for each one of your decisions that you make. So you have all the capabilities, everything that you need to survive, to be here on earth at this time. You could be an inspiration to others when you recognize that each one of you have a talent. You are all valued, and they're very important pieces of the puzzle, of the whole puzzle, the whole it is. Each one of you is one piece, okay? If one piece is missing, the puzzle is not complete. And so each one of you are important. It doesn't matter what you do, whether you are just someone who likes to sew at home, or you could be a most famous singer. It doesn't matter what you do. Everybody's important, and everyone has something to bring and give. You all have something to share, more than you even think about it. You have so much knowledge and wisdom in your soul, not only for the experiences that you have received here on earth. It goes more beyond that. And so what we would like you to know is that our intention is to help you to see that, recognize that, help you to know that all of that exists within you, that there's nothing outside of you that will give you what you need, because everything is on the inside. No one can do anything for you. No one can give you anything that you already have. And we want you to trust on yourselves. We want you to know that the powerful being that exists, you are just you're a fractal, you're a part of God incarnated right now, having a human experience. And you have access to so much, and all that light is compressed in that tiny body, in that body, which is your temple. That's why it's important to take care of that. We always say that it is like an astronaut suit, right? For when astronauts go to the moon, they need to put a suit in order to survive there, and they have all they need. They have oxygen, they have buttons that will tell them what they need, this and that. Well, you'll have the most sophisticated suit right now, which is your body. Anything that you have created, invented, it is just an extension of the things that you already have. You can move, you can walk. Now you have airplanes. It's just an extension of something that you can actually do. Now, if we go more behind all the capabilities that you have, you can actually transport from one place to another. If once the human's brain and the frequency changes, you are able to do that. There's people who can do that, right? So all of that is possible. It's just an extension of what you already have. And when your body is asking you for something like water, rest, or exercise, or anything, specific foods, it's your sensors telling you this is what we need in order to be able to survive on Earth. That's what the body, which is your suit, is telling you. When you start paying attention to the body, to the system, your navigation system, you'll be able to navigate this time on Earth better, more comfortable. All right. So there is so much information here, and many of you already are aware of this. Many of you is this new information that might feel like this is something that would not know how to process. Just allow this just to resonate with yourselves, and recognizing that the power that exists within you will help you to create the life that you really desire and you wish. You are capable to do anything that you need, that you want, that you desire, and you can feel to do it. Many of you, all of a sudden, are having this awakening. Many of you have heard that terminology right now, awakening. And awakening is just to remember that you are all souls, spirit, right here, and that you are always connected to source. There has never been a separation. This is just an illusion that on Earth has been for a very long time, but now the Earth, it is coming connected to the Wi-Fi of the universe and the cosmos. Let's just put it that way. So many of you have all of a sudden having experiences that might be strange, if you feel different. Many of you all of a sudden start hearing things or seeing things, and it's like a very overwhelming for many of you. So that's why you are here in one hand, or if you know someone, you would know what to do, because the reason is also the veil from this side and to the other side is getting thinner and thinner. The energy of the frequency of the Earth is rising up. The Earth is shaking and the Earth is changing, and as changes, is cleansing herself. All of you are doing exactly the same things. As you go and cleanse yourself in the water, and you go with a shaman, and you go into the cleansing of your energy field, the Earth is doing the same. You are doing it for growth and connecting and experience higher experiences right? The earth is doing exactly the same thing. So the earth is transforming, and as she's transformed, all of you are transforming. And whatever happens with you happens on the earth, and what happens on the earth, it creates a ripple effect in the universe and the cosmos. So that's why we are all here, very, very interested to see how you are holding on and being of service and helping you in the best possible way, knowing that our intention is to help you to transcend, navigate this in the best way, as whatever happens on earth, it'll affect the universe and the cosmos. So we all want the same thing, the same outcome, which is the evolution and being a healthy universe. It's just like when any of you decided to get healthy, and you've been having problems with some illnesses, and your cells are a little bit sick, and when you start eating healthy and changing your habits, then your cells getting healthier, so you feel healthier, you look healthier. And it's the same what happens to the earth. Each one of you is like a cell on earth, and earth is just the cell of the universe. As each one of those beings that we are all here, we are all part of something bigger. So you are just becoming more aware. The awakening is you're becoming more aware that you belong to something bigger than what it is right now. That veil, that it's the unknown, it is more known to each one of you. And each one of you have an important task in here, is just to help the earth and help humanity and help others. And sometimes by just being kind, compassion to others, and understanding that each person is going through different, they come here to earth with different desires and different missions, and being of support and bringing a light whenever it's needed. Sometimes just like being yourselves and just smiling, you don't have to do much. Just do things that makes you feel happy. They are in coherence. Whatever you say, do, and think, feel will be the same. That way you will be in alignment with yourself, and you will be a person who will share that coherence to everyone, and showing through your way. When you do your things, when you're in coherence and you're acting in coherence, you will have an experience, a life of alignment. And people will notice that. People will say, I don't know what that person is doing, but I like that. It just feels good. And it helps others to do the same thing. So just by walking on the store, you share some of that energy. Just like walking on the store, someone is having a bad day and it has a very, very heavy energy that day. It is contagious. Sometimes many of you go out there and go back home and they feel heavy and don't even know why, just collecting some of that energy. So what you do is just allowing this energy to transform into the light, and asking your angels to help you to release that energy that is not yours. It's the same as when you are in a higher frequency, stepping into a room. You may have experienced situations where someone comes into a room and it just lights the room. That's exactly how amazing the energy of the higher frequency moves. So it is important to know that there is not to deny the dark side, which is not bad. We like to remind you that it's not bad. It's just part of you, right? We need to clarify that there is no light without a shadow, and there's no shadow without light. It is important to recognize that those parts are important to you, as long as you integrate both and you accept who you are. And there's some days that you may have some challenging days, or some days you will feel angry. You will have an emotion that perhaps is not very good, but it's about to allow this emotion to walk through, because that's why you guys are all here experiencing emotions. This is a place to do that. How long you stay on that emotion, that's going to make the difference. If you stay for longer than an hour, even 2 hours after something has happened, you are already stuck in a story, in a movie, and repeating once again over and over. Oh, she did this to me, or he did this to me, that's why I did that. And reinforcing that will help you to get stuck in a story. So recognize and say, oh, okay, let's just take a moment. Do I want to continue with this? Is it helping me to move forward? Really is taking me somewhere? Or what can I take? What is my lesson in here? And just say, okay, good. I feel angry. I feel mad. Allow yourself to feel angry, mad, then release it. It's all in when you allow to release that emotion. Unless you're happy, you can stay happy as long as you want. But we know that it's sometimes difficult to stay on that frequency. It's all up and down because this is part of the duality that exists on Earth. And it is normal. It requires consistency. It requires time and recognizing that you went back to something that you didn't want it to do. You're in a process of change. It doesn't make you failing. It doesn't make you a failure. As a matter of fact, it makes you aware that you are aware that you went back to something that you are in the process of changing, and that you are in the process of doing so, because otherwise you would not notice. All right. So it's also important to know and give you those validations and recognize all the changes, recognize the valuable, the worthiness that you have. Okay. You don't think that you are not worthy. Don't think that you are a bad person because you had an emotion that was no good. And sometimes we hear, oh, I'm not allowed to ask for this. This is way too much. And we would like to tell you that there is no judging on this end. You are the only one who is judging you. We want you to help. We want to help you to recognize what was the situation that happened, allowing you to release that, and you can continue moving forward. You are dearly loved, and we are all here waiting for you for assistance, and we will be ready at any time. With these, dear ones, we'd like to say thank you for being here, and we'd like to let you know that you do not need Claudia or anyone to connect with us. Just asking, and we will be there. In gratitude, thank you. All right, well, so it is important now to drink a lot of water, just so that we let this energy to go through, absorb this information. Know that anything after this, you might feel a little bit tired, perhaps you might feel hot, perhaps you didn't feel anything, and that's okay. Know that all of this, even if you didn't feel anything, all this information is there with you and more. Sometimes they say there's more than 7 layers of information in the messages that we receive. So when we might hear something right now, what is it that we need at this moment? But if we come back and hear it again, we might hear something different, or we get our validation, or we clarify something, or we hear something completely new that we didn't heard at this moment. So I want to say thank you very much, and hope this can help you in a way. We will see you at the beginning of December with the Angel's perspective that will share with us the energy of the month, some guidance. And again, we will meet middle of December for another channeling live. So if you are live, you will be able to ask some questions. So I want to say just thank you very much. I hope you have a lovely day, and we will see you very soon. Bye for now.